How's it going, guys? This is Ken here, and I am playing whatever this is. Found it on some non-English website, but it's in English. It's all good for me. Play this so good. I'm gonna beat it. It's all I know is that it's like arcade adventure platform. I don't know, really, to be honest, but it said it had a dark story, and it should hook you. I'm hoping it will hook me really good. And I did try to play this earlier, and it crashed. It was right where this Lake Queen. It's like it's got a blind prince who only brought distraction. Okay, is he looking for this Lake Queen, or am I looking? That's the question. Okay, where are the controls? Can I edit anything? Arrow keys. Yeah, the arrow keys. I can sword slash. I can use item with enter, tap inventory, spacebar to examine it, switch. Yada. There you go. I don't know. It gets really loud though. I'll switch it. Another sad dusk sets on a wide, lonely shire. Long shadows of an old birch trees and stumps are dragged through a swampy plain where life died. Corrupt woods stick out as skeleton hands that did not catch the grass and sank forgotten all the way to the bottom. Light dies after plain horizon, nor moon shines through the darkness. Silent, cool fogs, but there is a cry from behind. Northern country of infinite lakes, impenetrable swamps, forbidden corner where only the death rules, even the wind avoid the emptiness. It has no one's hair to stroke, no one to sing to. Stars do not look here, light only during summer. There is night since autumn, cold echoes of silent cry that stays here forever to talk about unhappy events of the mythical Lake Kingdom. Alright. Oh, next. How many pages are there? Okay. The stone castle climbs to heights 100 days of journey to the south. Just to let you know, guys, you guys can just skip over this. You don't really have to listen. Its toothy tower, a home for crows flocking to meadows and fields full with late labors. Northern nation, faithful wives tress their yellowish beards during evenings, comb their long golden hair, as they are a local sign of valor. Stitch wounds as well as torn cloaks after hunts. Men that take down giant trees or hunt game with dogs during days prepare their families to upcoming winter, which will be as harsh as usual. After work, they meet in a pleasantly heated pub at large fireplaces and long tables full of grilled meat and full pitchers. Play the dice, laugh or tell amazing tales from a far away or long forgotten wars. The children listen to them with unprecedented interest. Women just wave their hands and try to drag a drunkard back home as it is late. I thought drunkard's your husband. These people have beards. Anyways, in the mornings, crowds of hairy hulks set off to the forest, axes on their shoulders and baldricks under their arms with a bread and a piece of fat. During a day, northern women work on the field or repair their houses, feed mountain goats, raise new warriors that cannot carry a big woodcutter's axe, and so they remain at home. They play with sticks as swords, fight in the mud, throw stones towards field crows. Each day is busy as no one idles. Just once every 10 days, everyone rests. They sleep until noon, go for long hill walks, or hold friendly matches of strong men that end in the pub again. And they have another week to argue about something, as no one here accepts a defeat. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't like reading this much on a computer. Anyways, from one of the many windows of a single stone fortress, a young prince looks down on a humble village. 50 shacks, a big pub, granges, barns, fences connected by muddy, treaded paths full of carriers, wood-barrow handlers with bags followed by rampaging packs of children and dogs. Young Prince is the third born. He will not become a lord of the small state. He always will be the last supervisor, solving second-rate problems. The two older brothers already married. Only he stays in his room alone. Reads old manuscripts, draws maps during several days of trips outside of his comfortable bed. Sounds like a good life to me, in my opinion. Sleeps in the moss, drinks wine, and brandishes his sword awkwardly. Young virgin, no real beard, whitish in the face, dreamy head forever, supported by his head, eyes focused to the distance, and not interested in woman as they laugh too loudly and it disturbs the magic calm. Rather dream about a magnificent love with a pitcher of wine. Not long ago, on a holiday, old king with his wife and brothers bursts into the young prince's hall, so burly as the ink pot spills by fear. Drunk, they laugh that the king decided about the last prince's wedding. The bride will be brought by none other but the neighboring king himself, with whom the business always thrived in as such. He must not be rejected. The feast will soon be held in the castle hall. Frightened, the prince does not breathe. The words of loathing do not help against a rigor of majesty. But when one of the brothers takes down the cloak veiling the big picture, the words of loathing die. Large, deep, bright eyes shine from the frame. Gentle face of... I'm messing up here, so many, I'm sorry. I want to play. Okay, gentle face of the gentle features. Such innocence, a man would bring everything for one gaze. He would sacrifice himself, the prince choking on astonishment and hesitation. Drinks more wine when in his privacy again hardly moves his eyes. Away from the magnificent painting, unfinished poem on the table drowns in spilled ink, as a different one starts to be written in a heart suddenly eager, curious if the pointer did not add beauty in the process of painting. Royal visit closes in a month. Armed procession on horses, pikes gently raised, flags fluttering with Slavnosnimi Barbami. I don't know what that means. Ceremonious colors. Veiled bride on a saddle with the neighboring king himself, waving raucous greetings when riding into a vast courtyard behind the stockades. And as custom say, directly in the castle hall. Princess will not rest on foul earth. Simple mountain decoration on stone. Cold walls, red fabrics, swords, coat of arms, boar heads, attires of the spider web. People run to the castle in clean clothing, bring gifts, food, or just call of the glory. Ceremony is to begin. The bride, still veiled, dismounts, keeps silent. Host family descend the staircase. Last one, the prince to be married. Kings welcome each other. Nod to ladies and revered escorts. Sit to the tables. Shy prince at the background bashfully watches veiled being. So is this like a book game? Okay, I'm down, I guess. Back to where I am. Guards close the gate to curious eyes and drive away curious people. Lordships start eating and terrible drinking. Hulks and war heroes lean under massive pitchers, bite meat off the bones. Dripping smears the chins. Selected women belch and then gently giggle over a glass. Dripping trickles to leave cleavage and bones are thrown to dogs under the table. Subservient household runs with trays. Bring new dishes. Remove the half-eaten remains. Female innkeepers do not forget guards with axes standing by the walls. That gulp, smelling the heavenly food. A thigh here and there, a bit of wine is lost in the whirl of gluttony when vigilance decreases with morals. And in the peak of exhilaration, both kings stand up and call upon a drunk representative of bearded local gods. They invite the couple that they will seal today. Shy young prince drinks as much wine as possible quickly, not to tremble with embarrassment. Veiled one gently stands. They approach their fathers. The prince writes in front of the chosen one. King's grin. Priest in a deer cloak with attire lectures that the suddenly silenced mob. He joins the two in the name of the local bearded gods. The mob starts to scream and bang the metal pitchers together. Wooden pots are being smashed by toast. Splinters fly and laughter roars. The uproar causes flood-filled tables to shake and trays to fall. Prince and princesses are seated to the pride of place of a long row of tables. The princess reveals gentle dark robes, presents herself to neighbors, and the mob is silenced by the pursuit of beauty. The veil falls from ginger hair and reveals a whitish face worthy of death. Ravishing glaring eyes adorned with painting and graceful mouth Sorry, I'm messing with my speech here. Against a bull that honored and greeted the associates with gentle rays. The mob roars, hulks pleasantly, pommel iron fists on the table. The women are enviously frowning. The prince trembles when the promised one holds his face and kisses it. The heart nearly crushes the ribs, it's so tremulous. And further gulps of wine don't help. The prince is red, does not talk even when he does not understand what his brothers want to advise by kicking his shins. Stralit. These Yastani pod under the table. The prince uncertainly and gently caresses the beauty's palm. She closes it and the other palm strokes the face with heavenly smile that gets distorted by heroic of the wine. A heroic drink of the wine. Prince is being pushed, so he drinks too, and feels suddenly happy and poetic. Excuses himself and leaves for cool dark air. There he sings to the stars, pay honors and thanks to all local gods with hammers. He kneels under the clear frosty sky and feels happy for the first time in his lonely life. The stars are silent. The castle noise calms with every head falling under the table. The prince returns and stops at the door. Sleepy guards, eyes closed, drunking sleep with their heads supported by the table. Many of the feasters left. Many are lying down and a lot is vomited and a terrible heavy smell reaches the nose coming from outside. The most hardened men sit and finish the remains, then mangle on the floor with waitresses. The princess sits on the lap of a revered hero, kisses his bearded, scarred face, licks beer from the beard, and the man laughs seeing the young prince. Unfaithful and sarcastic, he proclaims that he was guarding this lady, while absent-minded prince left such a treasure. The whore laughs loudly, then stops as her royal customs command her, but then explodes even louder into an acrid, rough laughter. The enchantment suddenly died in the young prince. He is petrified, and not a word comes from his mouth. He got even more mockery from the people that are not dead yet, such as the oldest brother, and he yells to the young prince with his displeasure. What a shame to their house and name as his wife is stolen even on the first day. Brother tosses his own large sword towards the petrified prince. Sword famous and precious, passed down or copied to the firstborn with power and clanship symbols carved into it. Brother shouts to punish the arrogance. Drunk warrior raises and draws his axe for defense. Possessed brother yells, knowing the imbalance, that to die is a virtue and duty. Princess has fires of interest in her eyes. She expects amusing performance and challenges the prince by offending his weakness and cowardice. She expects her to defend her, as her heart will not revere someone, allowing others to raise her hands. Young prince picks the sword from the floor and backs down. Hate in his eyes, but not without reason. He feels no need to sacrifice himself because of drunk, lusty harlot, even of a royal origin. He vanishes in the dark and hears the yell of an angry brother, as well as laughter of princess with the warrior and rattle of the woken ones. That was a long prologue or whatever that was. Yeah, I was gonna say these controls. Okay. Kind of reminds me of Zelda 2 here. Who's that? Okay. This guy does not look happy. I mean, look at him. He's like the Grim Reaper. Let's see, the graphics are. Killed Sonic and a spider. Anyways, I guess the graphics look more like a storybook kind of. The character looks also like he came out of a book, albeit less detailed in the surroundings, in my opinion. Ow. Okay, so I just okay, yeah, I see what I'm doing. I'm just running around spamming my thingy here, and I need a stable key. Okay, so go this way. The rat must not drink from the royal spring. Can I? The fountain is dry. Oh, of course. I wish I could run or something. Okay, so wait, did I just fail? Alright, what is this little thing about Berceo here? A barrel must be made by feeling responsibility, otherwise it would leak. The barrel maker. Oh wow, a few minutes in the game I'm already confused. So how do I get this how do I get this little rat out of there then? Okay. Yep. Maybe I go back upstairs. Maybe there's something up there I can use. I need the stable key. Can I like take my mouse out or something? No? Okay. Can I climb this ladder? Yeah, I can. It says to be very precise apparently. Oh, is this something I'm supposed to take? So how'd you guys enjoy the story? I mean, I thought it was pretty decent. It kind of dragged a bit, and I was a little confused at their customs, but I mean, it was... I was kind of hooked. I was kind of hooked. Okay. Wait a minute. And what am I here for? Okay, what did I just do up there? I'm confused now. Again. Confused. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll be right back as soon as I find out what I'm doing here.